Welcome to the third season of the Ashlars podcast. We are thrilled about our progress and, more importantly, grateful for your support and encouragement. We are going in strong with ever more energy and passion into the third season of our humble little initiative. That is, to show the true light of Freemasonry by being India's first and only podcast on Freemasonry. In this season, we continue to highlight papers by Indian Masons and showcase the wealth of Masonic knowledge and wisdom in India. Additionally, we will also shine some light on various other degrees beyond the craft, with a view to help Masons discover the true joy of being a Mason and expand their horizons. As a disclaimer, the thoughts and opinions expressed here are solely of the participants and do not represent any official positions, including those of any Grand Lords or constituents thereof. Best efforts have been made to keep the conversation on the level for brethren and non-Masons alike. Hey everyone, I'm very excited to share that the Ashlars now has a sponsor. That's right, I'd like to present to you 7 Elephants Clothing, a brand brought to life by Samsiddhi Ventures LLP. You can get yourself some trendy t-shirts, jackets, hoodies, and whatnot at very good prices and quality. It's headed by Ajay, a brother from my own lodge, and he will be sponsoring a giveaway of an amazing goodie bag to the lucky winners of this quiz. So, what do? Scan the QR code or click the link in the show notes to enter the quiz. We will reach out to you individually once we get our winners. So, the link to 7 Elephants Clothing is also in the show notes, so check them out as well. Hey everyone, guess what? We have our first winner. That's right. Since the last time that we put up the episode and announced the competition, we had a lot of entries and we have our first winner. So from the Ashlars and 7 Elephants Clothing, we would like to congratulate brother Sanjay Ranganathan from Chennai. So brother, look forward to us reaching out to you and we'll work out the logistics. We hope you love the goodie bag. Does it end here? No, not at all. In fact, with this episode going out, we are looking forward to more participation and find more winners. So there is no limit to it. It's only your knowledge. So do your research, go into the competition, and hope that you're the next winner. And we'll be happy to send out the goodie bag over to you. So now, on with the show. All right, Renee. So that was, a fairly detailed explanation of the officers in this degree and, drawing a parallel with the craft. Let's delve a little deeper. I touched upon this a little earlier in the episode, but let's still a little deeper into what is the learning out of this? Why does this degree exist? And what does it teach us? And what does we as Masons and even non-Masons can, sort of take this as a nugget of wisdom for us?
And I think you also will be able to add more because you obviously gone through this. You and I both are become members of this one. And for those who are trying to figure out what do I do with it, we'll get back to you on that one, which is very simple. Basically, ask your secretary of your own lodge, saying that, guys, I want to learn more. I want to do this, and make sure. See, this is the part which before I jump into the whole understanding of it, right? This learning is open. This learning is not curtailed saying that, oh, you cannot or you should not or you like any of those things. It's open. You need to reach out for it. Nobody should be able to push you for this. Please understand, nobody should push you for education. You should learn this because by you learning it is when you go. Otherwise, if you feel that, oh, I'm not kind of interested in this, okay, I can just skip it. That's why this is an episode. You can skip this episode and go to the next one as well. The idea for us is to ensure that that education is not bounded with some chains. Then it's like some of the companies which used to have this concept, right? That, oh, once you've joined, you cannot leave for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years kind of concept, that bonded labor. Freemasonry is literally the word free is there in it. So let's concentrate on that free. Okay. It needs to be out of your own free will and accord. Now, what is the major learning which we get in chapter? Okay, at least according to me, the first time when I obviously came to know about it, with that, what should I say, that whole aura was there, right? Oh, something has happened, right? Now you need to know what has happened. You need to become part of this so that you can understand what has happened. So obviously I scratched my head and I'm like, okay, I didn't understand this properly, but let me just try to see this. I gave myself 1 full year before I joined a chapter because I thought this will actually help me. But then, as Shishir says, right, it's a vast ocean. And I can guarantee you, no matter whichever part of the world you are, or whether you are a person who travels only by sea, you still have not seen the entire sea. So it is never possible. Okay. And so if you think that, oh, let me understand this, that doesn't happen. But let me understand it in the aspect of, let me, more than understanding, make sure that this becomes part of your regime. Like, for example, oh, this is my meeting. I'm going to take it up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Let's just make it part of a regime. Make yourself comfortable with that order. Then think about another order. Not because, oh, I'm suddenly free, I want to do something. Oh, I'm not at all free, I can't do anything. Nothing of that. Make the current order which you become part of, make it part of it. Make it your daily, what do you call, your yearly, monthly schedule, actually, monthly schedule, and then come to it. The interesting part about this is Holy Royal Art Chapter does not meet every month. It meets once in 3 months, or in some cases once in 2 months, but mostly it's once in 3 months. So that's only like 4 meetings a year. Okay. Now, as I said, I'm so sorry. I digress to the entire question which you should actually ask me. What does it teach us? It teaches us the whole concept. I would say the spiritual concept of what an almighty is. It The story itself is all about finding, right? And as I said, you can draw parallel to what you have found in life. Holy Royal Art chapter helps you to go to that level, helps you to understand that by, what do you call, learning more about it, by overcoming all your obstacles which you have, you will find that goal. And that goal, that truth, the understanding of what this nature is all about, is something, is a minor thing which actually this order teaches. This order just teaches that minor aspect, that see, these folks did this, they found this. When you try to do this on a daily basis, like learn about it, read about it, I literally have the book with me. You read about that, right? That's when you will learn that, oh, wow, 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 I need to keep doing this. I need to keep it. Then the truth will come to us. Now, whether it is in your personal life, whether it is your professional life, when you do that, you get inch by inch, you go closer to that goal. Now, let's say, for example, you want to be a CEO of a company. Okay. Here, right now, you are just an intern. This is your dream company and you want to go to that level. That's your truth. Let's concentrate on that. So inch by inch, you will keep on doing that work. Make sure that you progress professionally and personally to come to that level. And that's where your goal is all about. Now, for most folks, what do we say? Whoa, I don't know what nature is. I don't know what exactly the concept of God is. It's too huge. It's for me to understand. I have no idea. I have my religious books. I will read my Bhagavad Gita. I will read my Bible. I'll read Quran. I will read my Granth Sahib. And I'll try to understand more. That's you inching towards that truth, to understand all that. Now, will you reach? Don't know. And when you reach, will you find what you're supposed to? Don't know. But not doing it is not going to be fun. That's the biggest learning which I actually felt.
So let me add to this from my side. Okay, my take on this whole this degree's teachings, and Rinesh has already given a very good understanding of what this is. So I'll just add to that by saying this, that we talked about building the first temple, and then a lot of time passed, a lot of generation of people pass, and then someone finds something and says, hey, let's rebuild this. Now what do you take away from that? Building construction of any structure is not a small task by any measure. Here we are talking about a temple. Now, a temple in any corner of the world is an extremely important structure. It's not something people just build on the fly. I'm getting bored, let's just build on. No, doesn't work that way. People need to be motivated enough for that, emotionally, physically, financially, and every other way. Imagine that breaking away, that breaking down, getting destroyed. What does that leave that bunch of people with? loss of hope, loss of faith, maybe. But then the thought of thinking, okay, let's redo it, that itself is a huge thing. So let me draw a parallel with something much more closer to what people will understand in today's time, right? Generally, I'm seeing there's this one trend of a lot of people trying to get healthy, and that usually happens at the beginning of the year, where there'll be a very cliched New Year resolution saying that I need to lose weight, I need to get back in shape, I need to cut back on sweet, I need to do this, yada yada yada. What happens towards, say, 15th of January or 30th of January? These resolutions tend to start fading away like, agarbatti smoke. Eventually, that agarbatti just burns away, the smoke is left, and that also leaves after some time, and then we forget about it. And then the whole year we go back to what we were doing. And then the thought of, let me redo this once again, not many people bring it up because they're like, that train is gone, right? So I had something similar with me back in 2024 December. All right. So I was thinking, okay, New Year is coming. What is my resolution going to be? I was like, forget this resolution business. It never works. I mean, I'm one of those people who has done exactly what I told you. I've done this many times in the past. So I was like, it's not going to work at this rate, right? Why should I wait for 1st January to come to start this, new activity or be more consistent? Why wait? And this thought I had around 5th December or something, right? So I thought, well, the best time to do something was yesterday. So why not do it now? So then I thought, let's take it small. And that is what Dinesh was alluding to as well, right? You start small, inch by inch, you are able to cover a mile, right? Or centimeter by centimeter, you can cover a kilometer, just to bring both the measuring systems in place. So, yeah. So, what I thought was like this: let me make sure that every single day until the end of December, I will spend 15 minutes doing some kind of physical activity, whether it is just walking, cycling, lifting weights, anything, but dedicatedly, I will do some kind of exercise for 15 minutes per day. 15 minutes is a paltry sum in the entire 24 hours. It's impossible for someone like that's what I realize. I'm not saying this, just like that. I realize it is next to impossible for someone to say, I can't take 15 minutes out to do something. You will find, and it's not like you just take 15 minutes dedicated. Some days you can spread those 15 minutes across, and I've done that. There were days where I was literally so busy. I was out of home the whole day that I just could not say, hey, give me 15 minutes, I'll just go walk and come. No, that would not have happened. Right. So I spread those 15 minutes. I said, okay, let me take out 1 minute. I'm sitting at my desk, I'm doing my work. I need a break. My eyes are hurting. Took out 1 minute, walked around the floor, office floor, came back and started my work again. In 1 hour, I spent 3, 4 minutes, 1, 2 minutes like that. And full day, my 15 minutes were done. Right. So, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up just to say one very simple thing, that just like in this degree, you find something. In my case, I found out that 15 minutes is possible. What value can you derive out of it? How you can derive the value out of it? That is the key. And that made a big impact for me because now my mindset has changed. Now I'm like, if I don't go to the gym one day, I still don't feel guilty because I know 15 minutes is still there. Another thing I learned, if I can pull out 15 minutes, I can definitely pull out 20 minutes. So now spending 15 minutes became more like a very simple thing. I was like, I can do half an hour. I was doing half an hour earlier also, but when you have a focused approach, you discover things, right? So that is what the whole teaching of this degree also is all about. See what you can get out of your life, see what you have in your life. Not everyone has everything, but everyone has something. What is that something is up to you. Use it effectively and see how your life gets enriched. Power is with you. Whether you choose to use it or not, up to you.
True, true. No,
So
no,
with that,
I like that.
hmm,
I know I like that concept which you said about like rebuild, redo. You lost it, right? That itself is a big thing. Somebody had once told me the when a project is started, right? The first thing which you do is acknowledge that it is there. And that's why a ticket which is logged in ServiceNow or in Jira, whatever we have been doing in our life, acknowledgement is the first step towards knowing that yes, this can be done. Somebody also told me one, this is a very recent one. You do not need any to-do apps to do anything. Take a damn book, write the first thing which you need to do, the bigger thing which you need to do, that's it. And trust me, it actually helped me. I might have used like some 16 apps till now trying to figure out, oh, this is better. I can do this, I can drag, I can drop, I can do this. Absolutely fine. If you want to do that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, if it still doesn't happen, redo, rebuild, do something differently. And that's absolutely perfect, perfect, perfect.
Awesome. So great. I think that kind of brings us to the end of this amazing episode. And so folks, let me share something interesting with you guys. Okay. Usually, whenever me and Dinesh decide that, hey, let's pick up one day and let's do a recording, right? We generally start with a very broad idea of what we're going to do. And, think of it like we have a skeleton of a plan, and then we sit together, spend half an hour or something, and then we start adding flesh and skin and, everything to that. But even after that, sometimes, while recording, things get triggered in the brain, and then we sort of bring it up as our own thoughts and experience and whatnot. And I think that's what makes it really fun for us to even continue on this podcasting journey. I mean, 3 seasons, man, right? Three
That's
seasons.
true.
Yeah. And almost, I think, 25 episodes per season. So we are definitely over 50 episodes at the moment, right? So that is another one thing that makes it interesting for us to keep doing this. But the other interesting thing is also about people coming back to us and telling how they feel about our little effort. So with that, I want to ask all of you to keep sending in your feedback to us. We'd love to hear from you. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. So long as you let us know what you think about what we're doing, right? Of course, we are not perfect. There'll be tons of things we can improve upon, but we want to hear from you, because if we just, me and Ines, keep on sitting and talking, then we are in a little bubble of our own. And who would want
Yeah.
to sit and say we are doing a shitty job, right? We
Exactly.
will only say that
I
we are
think
doing good.
yeah, I think Shishir, in that sense, I would like to call out a brother Anil Agarwal.
Mhm.
He is one of those listeners who keep on pondering, right? Rinesh, when is the next episode coming? I'm waiting for the 50th episode. You know, when he said that it was the 50th episode, that's when it triggered. Oh, if we
Yeah.
completed 50, wow, good for us. Yeah, we did it. And thank you very much, brother Anil, for keeping us grounded in these things and telling us what exactly works, what exactly doesn't work. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother.
And
Seriously.
and just to reiterate one very important point about this whole order, right? You would like to obviously learn more about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if time permitted, I would have definitely gone to the level of talking about most of the chapters. By the way, these are called chapters. These are called Holy Royal Arch chapters. So instead of calling it a lodge, it's a chapter. And you know what the interesting part is? I was very picky. Freemasonry for me was very, very like interesting, right? So instead of saying, somebody used to say, "Oh, do you have a lodge meeting today?" I used to say, "No, it's a chapter meeting today." And my like person was like, "Does it matter?" I said, "Yeah, it does for me. It's a chapter meeting, not a lodge meeting." So when I think my daughter heard about it, and then one fine day, I think obviously she said something happened like, "Oh, Papa has a lodge meeting today." I said, "No, it's a chapter meeting today." I don't know where she heard it, but I said, "Papa, you have a Masonic meeting today." And she's 4 years old. And
Smart
that
girl.
kind of like, wow, dude. So that's why I'm saying I would love to obviously explore the concept of what our chapters we have in our country and what all those things are. But that's obviously something which let's see if we can explore that. However, if you would like to know which chapter, what exactly is it that you would like to be part of, most important, your first step, make sure that you are a master mason in a craft lodge. Huh? Let it be under the Grand Lodge of India, let it be under the United Grand Lodge of England, which operates under District Grand Lodge of Bombay, Madras, Calcutta, and Northern India. Let it be the District Grand Lodge of Scotland, which operates in India. Let it be District Grand Lodge of Ireland, which operates again in India. These are the four major governing bodies which we have for craft masonry in India. Talk to them and tell them that you would like to talk about chapter, and they will guide you which chapter, what it is. And again, the same rule applies. It's on your own free will and accord, not because there is a push. It should never be a push. It should be you. Because end of the day, you joining another order obviously means you have to pay out of your pocket by paying a subscription. So please understand all of those aspects before you say yes to anybody. Let it be the great architect of the universe who comes and tells you. You still have your family, you still have your work. Please look into that. But if you are free, if you are interested, do not hesitate. Jump right into it. Talk about the chapter. Again, second, very most important point, find the right day for you. Just do not jump into any day, right day. Shishir prefers a Saturday. That's why he joined the lodge called Lodge Star of the South, which meets on a Saturday. If by any chance the lodge actually has to meet on a weekday, he's like, sorry guys, work. That's how it has. I've been able to do it on a fourth Wednesday. That's why my lodge, I joined the lodge which actually meets on on that Wednesday. Luckily, whatever others were there, I try to keep them in such a place that okay, weekend fine, weekday difficult, need to carve some time out. So carve some time out. So see that those are huge things. So please concentrate on that and then take the right decision.
Important points, no doubt. All right,
Yes.
folks. So with that, I think we come to a closure. Watch out for the giveaway link in the show notes of this episode. That is very
All the best
important.
for everyone.
Yeah, all the best to all of you who would participate. This can be answered by Masons and non-Masons alike. So don't worry about the kind of questions which is there. It will be easy for you, no doubt. This is our first giveaway and, being sponsored. So more details to come on that. Watch out for the show notes. And this has been a great one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep writing in. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks. We sincerely hope that you liked our episode and got a glimpse into the fascinating world of Freemasonry. If you have any queries about what we have shared on the podcast or about Freemasonry in general, please check out the show notes for links to the Grand Lodge of India's website or write us an email, which is the Ashlars podcast@gmail.com.